This has all the DLC, which is A+. If you would like to join the Discord, please do so. So we've got a little community. My goals are to get a big community on Twitch and other social media platforms. If you'd like to support me, the channel, my Patreon is patreon.com/hammersreviews. If you don't have a Patreon, I have a donation button on my Twitch page. I'm trying to save up points. LSAP Computer Desk, it's really good. Hello Board Warrior, hope you're doing well, Pally. How many followers do you need? Or have you got so far? If you could all be stars and give my Facebook a like and a follow, that would be very much appreciated. My Facebook is facebook.com Blueboy1985 streams. And if you could all be stars and give my Twitch a follow if you like the content, it's twitch.tv/blueboy. No, how many have you got so far? Sorry, buddy, you know, I'm confusing my fucking self. So my Twitch is twitch.tv/blueboy1985. And if you could all be stars, you have my friend Blueboy1987 at 250 followers. I'd appreciate that, and he'd appreciate that. His socials are twitch.tv/blueboy1987. If you miss any streams, he will put them onto his YouTube, which is youtube.com wrestle.com/wrestling with his out and the streams of miss, and his Facebook fan page is facebook.com boardwarrior1987. He's a very good friend of mine, so someone that I consider a brother that is my brother, if that makes any sense. I will be on here for a few hours. Let's see what actually we've got for. Quality more than anything. I'm going to disable that for now. I haven't today, buddy. No, I will be checking in later on. So don't you worry, matey. So I ain't a dickhead like most people. And the rules about the Instagram is no prostitutes, call girls, and shaman scammers, con artists. I'm not into that because I'm happily engaged, so please don't do it. But check my sound levels. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Fuck that, what kind of original fucking shit, you motherfucker. What to say, never tutorial, yes, I haven't played this, 12 years, so, the last time it was 2008 was the last time I actually played the Mass Effect.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
You dirty chap.
Classified information requested.
I don't mind people.
Establishing secure connection.
Customer rate.
Secure connection confirmed.
Network and general collaborations. Mental health. I'm going to go with no ID.
Please log in to access your profile. Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
You get different missions if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, fuck it. On a bit. That's a tough one.
Confirm psychological profile.
War hero, maybe? My Instagram is Instagram at BlueBoy1985-1, and my Twitters are Twitter at BlueBoy85, and my new Twitter is Twitter at BlueBoy1985-01. Don't you worry, you dirty council worker. Oi, you, no!
Confirm pre-service. Confirm psychological profile. Confirm military specialization.
But it got a shine, so...
Confirm facial identification.
Change appearance, yes. No. I wouldn't look badass. Yes, that'll fucking do. I want to be a dapper chap. Fuck it, we've got to be clean shaven, chap. You dirty buggers.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Accept.
Identification confirmed.
Just tell him, mate, no. No, that's it, no, yeah. I want to suck all fucking on you, motherfuckers. There are tons of missions on this, which is good. Andromeda wasn't a bad game as such.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
of Mars from the region. Space Chile, intergalactic followed is the series of
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
Dang, dirty hills.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story.
That is
Only an idiot believes the official story.
cut the bloody legs.
That's enough. You're soldiers. Act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
No!
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Yeah. I'm talking to everyone.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
I know you parties are big. Yeah, we've got 3 points suspension. I can't do that yet. Okay, that makes sense. If I do one of each form now, that should be good. Hold on. Do we have to? Do we have to? This is a full time that I have to probably fucking fuck it up. Dirty repairman. At least you ain't a dirty fucking Jeff. Is the sound okay for everyone?
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
We'll talk to everyone in a minute, guys. not.
telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting...
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill...
Hello, Nihilus.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their Citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'm investigating more.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
I'm investigating more.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Big what if.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
Oh, isn't that fucking confusing?
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles.
What the hell are those? Damn!
Commander. Clear.
Just like a photo. Probably just do a photo. Barrier.
right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
That must have been
Smells like smoke and death.
smoke and death. Whoa. There's a fence. So fucking loud.
Prime will never be the same again.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's too fucking quiet.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of...
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against...
bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
That's the thing. It's overly loud. Yo. Oh, that's just nasty. The thing is, it's overly fucking loud.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Yeah, I want to know what's happened to you.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon.
Cool.
Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Before the attack.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Got a different race.
Move out.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs.
That's nice. Still fucking loud.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Okay. That's good. She's got 2 points on, but I'll put it on combat armor.
Combat. Kinetic bearing. Combat.
Yeah, I know that shit already. So Paragon is broad renegated where you do some naughty stuff. Welcome anyone that has just joined stream. Hope you're doing well and behaving yourselves.
Impaling victims instead of just shooting them. There must be some reason behind it.
Classic psychological warfare. They're using terror as a weapon.
we there already, so. Yeah, this is where we need to go. But we will be doing some exploration. I don't normally need to turn the fucking volume down as much as I have.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Or the worst case scenario.
Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
I do apologize for this. No, I'm outside.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Oh, baggage. Oh, fucking hell. Taking that. Because I do like to get everything. This comes a fucking joke. If you're gonna have to fucking have a fucking out.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
Liar.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
No, he doesn't, but I don't think that. I don't want to fuck it. I do apologize. I don't want to fuck up the show. God damn it. Did a bit ridiculous. Can't even put the fucking sound effects on. Just fucking do fucking have God damn.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
He let his fucking problem is, he let his fucking guard down. Keep that. What's all? Oh yes, well that does make sense. If we all have the same weapons, it shouldn't be an issue. Medicel. Ridiculous, it really fucking is. Huzzah.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Much obliged, Chip. Much obliged.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Okay, cool. Let's see this. Where this bloody boulder is. So let's see what I can do. Nihilus. I must be misremembering quite a bit. I do apologize if I misremember.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I had been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Just give me the grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Okay. Yeah, if I just do the prologue for today, because I'm gonna take my...
After the Geth secure a location, they will...
fucking job. I'm gonna turn the fucking sound effect down once I fucking can. dialogue volume that's fucking doing it. Oh, damn it. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to see what the controls are. How do I use my Magel? That's not very fucking helpful. Trying to use the Magel. I think the red radical shot, if I'm remembering correctly.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
I believe he is a Spectre, if I'm getting that correct. I don't mind people lurking on the stream, I really don't. If I remember correctly, we've got diffusion bombs. So, if I have to be pissing with a fucking sound. Please tell me if it's too loud.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
Fucking jump this game, it really fucking is. Thank you very much for the raid, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Hope you're all having a productive day and looking after each other. Sabotage. I've got one more, so we level everyone up. Much appreciated. I haven't had a raid in quite some time. If people have played Mass Effect before, let me know what your favourite game in the series is. Mine is 1 and 2. I will have to take a quick break in a minute. Come on, you butthole sheriff. I apologize if I the wrong time. Yep, pretty tasty sniper rifle if I'm remembering correct. Hopefully everyone's doing well. What we follow that? Still got 2 minutes remaining. I've wasted a shitload of time, so I've probably gone the wrong fucking way like a complete dumbass. What a dumbass. I will past it like a ding dong.
It used to be beautiful here.
Smells like smoke and death.
Smoke and death, I do apologize if I am rushing. Trophian Beacon. Malenko.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Saren, you ding.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it! You dang...
Beacon's blowing up, bloody hell. The chief's not going to be very pleased.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
No shit, Sherlock.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
No one did.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
What's your hot mess?
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be back in a few minutes. So I'm gonna play you some Dear MCA free music by a group called Harris Heller. It's by the copyright free music and they've done a fantastic job, so I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. Hello, Board Warrior 1987. Welcome back, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Did you stream today, Board Warrior, or not today?
The Citadel is an... Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
Boring. Do we really want that motherfucker back? Oh, sure as fucking hell don't. What's that bloody turd burglar? I'll play for a little bit more until we get to the Citadel.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
How you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
I'm gonna talk to everyone.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Is that all you've got to say?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any regrets?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Captain Anderson.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
But the thing with migraines that you get a fucking bad fucking headache. 9 times out of 10. This is quite a long game, so I'm gonna take my time. There's tons of different species you get to meet. No, I wouldn't, because the problem is you're rushing, and you don't need to rush. So I wouldn't have... Yeah, I had totally fucking forgot it was a biotic. I'm gonna talk to the good captain to get to know everyone.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
I wouldn't give him his opportunity straight away. You have to work on it. Then probably at, like, say a season finale, then pull the trigger. Board Warrior. Let's see what's up here first. Gotta talk to Navigator Presley. Or Priestley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Probably, I don't know. Everything's gone to fucking shit recently. But that's a story for another fucking time. I just want to talk to everyone. No, I can. Let's see if I can. Let's okay. We're gonna turn this shit.
Biotics is the combat Medigel.
The problem I have with this game, I'm gonna be honest. Once we talk to Joker. Yeah, it all depends how you feel, mate, you know. Don't feel obligated to do things if you're not comfortable. Roster will get a bit on the big side. I'm just gonna finish the prologue off. That's the thing with me, I like to explore. And I get very sidetracked. You have that because it does bad damage. So Hurricane 2. I'm just trying to give everyone the best weapons possible. Yeah. Better sniper rifle. Yeah, I've got all the junk shot. Do I do one? Here's a pair of G shot. I think on the second episode, that's up to the requisition officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Probably got them for bloody black market. No, I can't afford anything at the minute, so.
Looking for supplies?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Especially everyone, so you know. These two are fucking hilarious, if I'm remembering correctly. Engineer Adams, he's hilarious.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Some of these people seem really fucking quiet. My memory's not as good as it once was, so now we've got to see the Joker. You can actually explore space, which is good for materials and whatnot, so let's go, Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
What? Sorry, where's that? Is that the place that used to be Varsity?
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
I'm a big fan of science fiction, things like Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, the Command shows.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Oh, nice.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yeah, politicians are fucking cunts. But that's a story for another time, motherfuckers.
The Council is...
Yes, but it's fucking too quiet.
Biotic, Element Zero, Omni-Tool.
Oh, Sharon, go to the tower, okay? Fuck you fuckers. I'm not doing that today. Just gotta see where it's all on the map. We need to be going. Keep checking out the security guards on the Citadel, so I think those are the terminals. I'm gonna call it a day for now. Thank you very much for watching. You've been a fantastic audience. I'll be back for more Mass Effect on Wednesday. I want you to do 3 things for me. 1. Look after yourselves. 2. Look after any relatives, elder relatives, or any animals you may have. And 3. Please wear face coverings or mask if you can. If you contribute to medical, health, or your exam, that's fine. But if you've been doing it to be a dickhead, don't do it. Peace out. God bless and happy gaming. And hopefully I will see you all tomorrow for more streaming content. Thank you and good night for now.